Hello and welcome to CathyDSlayht's SRC4u group Zoom call. To access the call, we're going to look for this banner. You will remember this password and we're going to click here. This will take us over to the Zoom meeting. We will allow. Type in the passcode and we will join the call.
We had some interesting things happen in reference to our session from last Friday. I don't know who got to take a look at the site, the main site, but I'm going to show you. We have a post. Let me get it here. If you get a chance to look, a couple of things. We talk about the what's going on with our immune system and infection being the root source cause of what we're seeing around us as far as lowering Qi. There's a screencast, but what was interesting is that, let me see if I can pull up some of these notes. Some of my things are disappearing, so we'll get back to that in a minute. But regardless, I don't know what I'm doing, that some of my Word documents get eaten up. In reference to hemorrhoids, which was kind of ironic, we ended up wanting to treat that 95% benefit for Qi. When all those hours in the manual control finished, I went back in and did that same thing, preserve options, preserve themes, manual controls. We wanted another 13 hours. So whenever something like that happens on a physical level, my personal belief is that it's our higher self trying to get some information to us. And so if you go in and do just a little Google search, you will see that hemorrhoids, the emotional cause, is you're about to gain some knowledge that's going to be very painful. And it's going to be painful to process. And I don't know what that knowledge is. It can be on a personal level. It can be on a collective level. But we sure did work on hemorrhoids, and we actually did not finish till this morning with that work. So let's just go in here. I got a little bit more information for you. One of the things that could be involved is that we may learn some things about germs. Just as simple as that. We may learn there aren't any. That it's all about imbalance in the body. And that our diet, especially our Western diet, has been a big factor. That might be one thing. But whatever it is, we'll just see if what we've done once we get to that, see if we have a clearing on that. Let's see if we want to add, look at that 0. We want to add a family member, a pet, our home. My goodness, we're adding a lot today. So anyway, I sent out a YouTube. I don't know if anyone had a chance to look at it. It was informative, and it wasn't to create alarm. It was for awareness. And I don't know about anybody else, but I believe we can make up our mind that these things are just not going to happen relative to some of the experts predicting the results from these vaccinations.
Yeah, that was a very profound video.
Well, I almost didn't send it out because we're all tired of this negativity. But the conclusion I've come to for myself is, first and foremost, we got to see the truck coming. But secondly, I think we have to realize it's trying to hit us.
Right.
And with that in mind, we still have a more powerful force. It's innate to us. Now, just a couple of thoughts. Dr. Kersey, and I don't know if he's on today. I probably should have reminded him, but hopefully Dr. Kersey will start joining us. And he has shared so much with us. And one of the things I have, and this is back in the VSA, is he sent a scan for corona. And I'm going to show it to you in a minute, but let's just see right now a couple of things so I don't forget. Priority. Let's just see if we need any more hemorrhoid cocktails.
Cathy, the video that you're talking about, that could absolutely be difficult information for people to process.
I didn't send it.
Really, no matter how awake you are or think you're awake, I mean, think of the people who really aren't aware, haven't gotten aware yet of what kind of the bigger picture is.
Well,
that's a huge thing.
Yeah, and I didn't send it to anyone that I was aware had the vaccination.
Right.
But, okay, you can see, I think we've cleared this hemorrhoid thing. Look at that, just a chi. Priority for chi of a 6. But now let's see if we want Dr. Kersey's scan. And I've started testing this every day on everybody I work on. And this is Dr. Kersey's. And let's see if it's a priority today for the group. Nah, we're okay today. But here are a couple of first of all, the other video that's up in the VSA is by a doctor, and he's talking about different things probably that we already are aware of, but you all do know how essential vitamin B is, right?
Yeah.
So he goes into that, and he also speaks in terms of this ivermectin, which in other areas is really knocking this coronavirus out big time. So that's now added to our Grab a Voice scan, and it's added to the sustenance balancer. It may not be added on this computer, but on the other end, because I'm still waiting for my new keyboard so I can add graphics as well. But let's just see if it's a priority for us at this moment in time.
Do you have hydro?
Yep, that's already in there.
Yeah.
And every time I hear about something, that's why these lists get so long. I'm like neurotic over this. Add all these things. And you see this priority for chi for this ivermectin is a 97. So let's just add it. Let's just do it. I'm going to go ahead and amp that up. And lately, if it's up to the 101 or 102, I don't go any further with it. The other one, clear negative consequences of corona vaccination. And anybody whose permission you have, if they've had the vaccination, you know the theory, what does it hurt? And what I'm seeing personally with friends of mine who have had it that now, want some clearing, it is a priority for their chi. They do resonate with receiving this. And I'm sure we have people in the group who have received it. So let's just see if at this moment in time it's a priority. It is not. And then another one, and I'll tell you, I was running so late to get on the call that I can't find. I had emailed this to myself, maybe even Friday. But I want to go ahead and see if I can pull it up now. This was a code that absolutely 100% of the people I worked with over the weekend all found this to be a priority. Let me see if I can repeat it. If not, I'll email it to you. In alignment with the matrix. Because the matrix is form. That's what it is. And we want to be in yeah, there it is. Okay. So let's see where we are with that. Okay, so that right now, let's just, did I copy it? So, of course, we've received a lot of it over the weekend, so it's not a priority now. This is the first time I've typed it in that it hasn't been a priority, but that's another one that you might want to consider adding to your list. So let's go ahead and look at some of the I also have, if anybody is interested, I don't want to post it, but a documentary on sex trafficking. If anyone wants to see it, just shoot me an email and let me know. It's pretty, to realize, I think most of us still don't realize what's really going on. So if anybody, I saw one nod and I'll send it. If any, I can't see but one person at a time. But if you want it, just send me a brief email and I'll send it. But it is hard to watch. So let's see if we need a clearing. When I talked with a friend over the weekend, this is a medical doctor who has had cancer twice. And he has recovered twice. And he said the way he did it, he's also a former Vietnam vet, or he is a Vietnam vet, former whatever he was in the service. And he said, okay, so we're good. He said, I said, devil, you go ahead and you bring this on, and I can assure you it's going to be the biggest fight you ever had, and you're going to lose. So whatever the thought process, he did use the power of words. And he's one of the few medical doctors I've ever known that is also involved in alternative, like, intensely involved in alternative.
Yay.
Yeah, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I need to get all of these. He even came around on the vaccination. At first, he was absolutely in favor of that vaccination. And then he did his research, and now it's opposite.
Our doctor's still saying absolutely not.
Good.
Yeah, really.
Now, when you think of all the innocents that people just trust.
Yeah.
They just trust. They automatically trust. And without going into details, I had Easter brunch with a husband and wife who had the vaccination. They're sick, all right? They're not feeling well. They're sick. We did not bring it up. I'm glad they didn't ask me when I was having mine. They didn't, thank goodness. But if we got the true numbers, I think we'd be more concerned. But for the most part, we're not getting the true numbers. So we've got child, infant at a 320. There's male, acquired imposed belief structure at 100. Okay, there's a 0, adrenals. Now, what I've been doing lately is just focusing on one thing. Remember, the engine of the software is going to take care of anything you miss. But it seems when you do it this way, for one thing, it runs a lot longer. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. I can't do it. Can I do that? Mary, are you there?
Yeah, you can still do it. Just go ahead and hit Control C right now.
Oh, Control C. I couldn't remember how we did it. Because my right click is. All right, now what happens?
You should have brought right up the notepad. No, it'd go on notepad.
Yeah. All right. Let me try it again.
So just regular click. Don't, yeah.
Okay.
And now hit the Control and C.
Doggone it. I'm having trouble getting my cursor there. Something. There we go. Just
Control C. It should do it.
not doing it.
Huh.
Well, I'll have to practice on this. It may be just my keyboard is really desperately in need of being replaced, and the order is in, the thing is on its way. Doggone it.
I did that last night, Mary. It was shockingly quick.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so nice.
I know. What do you call that? Board came up and had it all on there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it did it the other day, so I think it's my keyboard which is really acting up now. I can see this morning. There we go. Let me get this all the way down.
And
I'm doing it right now.
What?
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And to add, we have stuff interfering with the sun. The sun's like interfering with Earth. So just to put that out there.
Yeah.
Does it have to be notepad?
Well, that's the only way it comes up for me.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it comes up on anything else, but it won't come up in Word.
Okay.
I know that all of Windows comes up, has Notepad and WordPad both on it, but mine only comes up in the Notepad.
I think when we're done, I'm going to try it again. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I just think I've got a little, my keyboard is misbehaving. Let's go back up here.
Okay, I'm doing something wrong.
Let me try it. Let's see if it still does it.
Oh, I realize what I did here. We didn't do our scan, so distracted over that computer button.
It came up on mine, so I think you can only highlight the very first word, not open up the thing, and then it came right up.
And I may have messed it up by starting it, forgetting.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, Highlight the first word.
Yep. Like area. So just highlight it so that it's highlighted, and then hit Control C.
And then go to your word pad and Control V.
Mine comes right up.
Oh,
But
I do.
Yes, I'm not sure. You might have to have notepad.
Yes, I did bring up Notepad.
Oh, okay. But should have copied it right into it. You don't have to do anything past the Control C.
And all I'm doing is highlighting
The title of the category.
not dropping a menu down or anything.
Nope.
All right. Well, bummer.
Now,
This is still, we're going to have to go down here and it's not in order. But for example, here we have the stress related to the adrenals. Restore full adrenal functions. So let's just see how we are with that. And if it were in complete order, you could just browse the, put the whole list in your options box. But let's look where we are with this. Well, I think we're pretty good, but we're going to go ahead and add it. And the thing of it is we're going to need all this with the stress of these times. Bring autonomic sympathetic system dominance into balance. So we're getting the information, so our brain begins to process it. We're sending the frequency. A little stress there, but it's going to take it up to the 102. This is a mineral form of vitamin C we're asking for, and I don't know what the rest of you are reading, but it looks like we should be asking for vitamin C if we haven't already. And I know a lot of us here in Florida think maybe we don't need the vitamin D. Even Dr. McCullough, I heard him one time, he says he doesn't take it because he lives in Florida. And he runs every day on the beach with no shirt. So, but it looks to me like we need it. Plus, some of us would get arrested if we ran on the beach with no shirt.
Exactly.
Dr. McCullough on the beach with no shirt is sort of a visual that I don't want to see.
Gotta consider the beach.
well, I had a gal that worked for me that she took vitamin C every day, but every time she went to the doctor, she had none in her body. It would not stand.
Whoa.
So, your body can react to it, and it just cleared it out as soon as she took it.
Oh, wow. What'd she do? Was there a solution?
Well, she's still searching.
There might be a frequency, if we could find it, that could help with that.
Your body only holds vitamin C for a certain amount of time. I've read that you should take it in increments through the day.
Yes.
Oh.
And you can't really overdose with it because you just pee it right out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've read every 2 hours.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It was like 90 minutes or 2 hours or something like that was as long as it holds. So don't take a big dose in the morning and then nothing the rest of the day. It's better to break it up into 2 or 3 times. Or I have a powder that I take and I just put it in my water and I drink it throughout the day.
I've heard too that you also need to check your vitamin D.
Yeah.
Because that's something that you can pee out too.
Yep. And by the way, it looks like we could use some choke cherries. And I know years ago there was a company called Purium. I'm sure they're still around, and they had a good product, cherry product. That I guess I need to look that up again.
I don't exactly remember what it was, but Dr. Greger, I love Dr. Greger. He's made a video about vitamin C, and I almost think it was if you eat greens along with your vitamin C. Boy, I wish if I can find the video, I will send the link to Cathy and she can share it.
That's great. Or you can even send it direct to Joanna if you have her email. But yeah, I'll get it to her as well. Now look at this. This is magnesium. And they say not only vitamin D, but the magnesium, they work together. And most of us are deficient, if not of each, one or the other. And so this is probably another thing to look into. And I'll just share a little something with you. You see that it's also tied into kidney stones. But, you know, as I was looking up these different things in reference to physical problems and the emotions, kidney stones can also indicate a relationship problem. If it's the left kidney, that's a relationship with a woman. If it's a right, that's a relationship with a man. Just for your trivia data for the day. But so, again, you might want to check, and we're sending the energy out, which I think the frequency of these is very effective. Now, we're looking to increase circulation. And the interesting thing with this might even be just getting out. This isolation is not intended to help us keep from getting the flu, because your immunity actually gets worse with isolation. So this actually might mean we need to get out a little bit more. We'll go ahead and douse it in either way.
I have a question on the magnesium.
Yeah.
So I have some magnesium gel. What does anybody know the best place to put that on your body?
That's a good thought.
I knew a doctor that used it every day, and he ran it across his butt.
On top of his butt, you mean?
Down on the cheeks.
Yeah.
And he just rubbed it in. And
really?
Yeah.
I always thought it was the bottom of your feet.
That probably worked too.
Yeah.
Now here's pollen. We know that's been going on, but yeah, that's interesting. Interesting about the magnesium. Anybody use magnesium oil?
No.
Yeah.
I've got a powder that I mix, and I put it in a spray bottle and just spray.
If any of you have a good magnesium product, email me. I'll send it to Joanna, and then people can test themselves to see what they most resonate with.
Can I share what I use? Can I share what I do?
What's that?
I use Epsom salt, and I put it in my water, and I just sip on it throughout the day.
Epsom salt
in water?
Yeah, it's just magnesium, and I just sip on it throughout the day.
That's true.
How do you mix it? What?
I just do a couple, because it's granular. So I'll just take a little pinch and put it in my water, and I'll just sip on it, just so I'm getting water throughout the day. Because if I take too much, I get the backdoor trots.
Yeah.
So what is it exactly?
It's just Epsom salt.
Oh, Epsom salts.
Here also we have some, you remember the runner-up to what we were going to focus was male, and here are a couple of bits of information on hormones related to that. So we're adding that. Silver. And you could just go ahead and, if your Excel sheet worked the way it was supposed to, and just add the whole list in. But there is a little advantage, I think, to seeing exactly what's going on. There's again another in reference to excess of male androgen steroid hormones, and this could come from prescription medicine, etc. So that might be why that was the second runner-up in our scan as far as focus. There is also on the Energy Research Group site a new intention, and I think this group knows, but working with what they call the submerged mind, which is what the SRC is really doing, is very powerful, getting that intention into the etheric field. So there's another one if anybody's interested. So let's see how we are now. Well, we want a deeper scan. And I hate to tell you this, but we have a new save session on hemorrhoids. And so I haven't given it to Kevin yet. I'll see if I can contact him today. I think this is still the Malcolm Ray. Get down here. This Malcolm, there we go. This Malcolm Ray stuff, he had many cards for his work. So. Well, just in summary, as we wrap up, this is the time to pay more attention to our immunity than we ever have, probably that 10-minute-a-day thymus tap, etc. To share information with anybody that's receptive. This is wild, so I'm still have to look, even though we've done an Excel. Let's see what the lowest number is, and meanwhile, everybody have a wonderful day.
Cathy, you can just copy that one in C and put it in B, and then it'll still sort.
But okay, so I copied it in C, so now I just do like Control V?
Yep,
Oh.
into the B column. And then that'll work. Then,
Well, now what?
well, go over to C where it says.
Oh, here, C. Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant, okay.
No, go and just copy that one that's out of line.
Just do Control V now?
No, I don't think I do the whole column. Just do the ones that are in it.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
So just do the 2230. Put it in V.
Wait a minute.
See where it says well, I guess you don't have to use that.
Yeah, I'll practice a little bit. I need to update my computer skills. Let's at least see the lowest number. So far, it's Bible verses for healing. You wouldn't believe how many times people want one of these Bible verses, which leads to the belief many have that those are coded. That's coded information. Let's see if there's anything lower. And there isn't. So what is it again we want? We want Bible verses for healing. And so let's go in here. So we've got a bunch of them, so I'll have to test these to see. I'll scan them and test and let you know tomorrow. But let me see if there's any that jumps out. I don't think. Let me just look real quickly. I don't think I had Bible verses listed. I might already. Pretty sure I don't know. Call out if y'all see anything that jumps at you. Let's do for pain. And I'll copy these up and let you know tomorrow. Not quite. Let's see where we are so far. Put a wonder pick for now. I'm just going to focus on our power to create a life of joy and abundance. And we're starting with trauma. Let's prove. No? This is a powerful engine we have right here, this P4. Everybody have a wonderful day. We'll always keep going here, joints. That's why I kind of wondered if we wanted something in reference to pain, because we have a few people in the group going through some pain in reference to knees. Anyway,
That concludes the SRC4u Zoom call for April 5th, 2021. We look forward to seeing you again. Till then, take care and be well.